That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Yeah, well, I gotta get back to. I'm shooting this. I'm in the studio shooting this video. What? Yeah, yeah. You told me about that. Yeah, that's crazy. Wow. What's up, guys? Welcome to Tightwad Tech, where we talk tech on the cheap. And today we got a tightwad technique that's going to help you save your dynamic microphones from popping peas and pervasive plosives. Let's get with it. Podcasters and streamers all over the world are spending hard-earned money on expensive mics and still having to deal with the audible scourge that is the plosive. That big gust of wind that goes into your mic and causes that ugly popping sound that none of us really is interested in hearing whatsoever. We do everything we can. We add pop screens and wind screens and we angle microphones, kind of like what I'm doing right now, all in search of that ubiquitous Shure SM7B smoothness. But the secret to the SM7B smoothness is actually often overlooked. Some people never even speak about it. That secret is proximity. If you remove the windscreen from the world famous SM7B, you'll notice that the microphone's capsule is actually recessed, something like 3, almost 4 inches away from the end of the microphone which you actually speak into. That distance between the end of the microphone and the actual capsule, protected by a windscreen, is the secret to why you don't get nasty plosives when you talk into that microphone. The air that hits the end of the microphone almost never hits the actual capsule. So much of it is dissipated by the time it gets to the capsule, you don't end up with plosives. So, how do we apply this method to our microphones? Let's take a look. This is a Fifine K8. It's a budget microphone. It costs about $30. It's got incredible background rejection, but terrible plosive performance. Now, typically, we would add a windscreen to a microphone like this, and we get some improvement, but not a lot, unless we apply the SM7B method to our windscreen. What we're going to want to do is take this windscreen, which I now have applied, but I have it pushed all the way down onto the head of the microphone. We're going to want to pull it back some and leave some space between the end of the microphone and the actual microphone capsule. Now, when we speak into the microphone, we don't get nearly as many plosives as we did before. That's how you save your dynamic mics. Practicing popping peas. Practicing popping peas. This is the Behringer XM8500. Same thing. Budget microphone, decent background rejection, good sound, but terrible plosives. Practicing popping peas. Practicing popping peas. However, if you apply a windscreen and leave some room at the top, when you're practicing popping peas, you don't get nearly as much wind. Now, the higher quality foam you use, the better the effect. And adding some foam will have an effect on the tone of your microphone. Mostly, you'll notice a bit of a cut in the high end. But if you're podcasting, chances are you're going to be doing some post-processing. Look at that. You hear that? Post-processing. Post-processing. Chances are you'll be doing some post-processing anyway, and you have a chance to recover that or make any necessary adjustments in your EQ. So there you have it. Listen, if you're podcasting or streaming on a budget, don't go blowing all your bucks on an heirloom microphone before you have to. If your audio is acceptable and your story is interesting, your audience won't care if you're talking through an SM7B or a home karaoke machine. Just create something. Get started and keep going. That's going to be it for this one, guys. If you found this video helpful or interesting, go ahead down there and do the thing with the buttons. And if you want to make sure you don't miss the next one, then go ahead down there and do the thing with the buttons. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. All right? In the meantime, be safe, be good to each other. Peace.